Okay, welcome back. Today's a special day. We are going to be talking today about pliers. And a bunch of you guys are going to go, damn, I've been using pliers since I was a kid. I know all about pliers. Yeah, some people know all about pliers, some people don't. We're going to go over some of the different kinds of pliers, some safety concerns with pliers, something do's and don'ts, and some pliers you may not have seen before, some things you may find really handy in your workshop. So let's take a quick look at some of the pliers that we have here. Now, as we see here, we're starting over on the end with different cutting pliers. Then we're going to go on to movable joint, so slip joint pliers, fixed joint pliers, needle nose style pliers, adjustable jaw pliers or wrenches, locking jaw pliers, heavy specialized, different kinds of specialized pliers. Okay, let's go back to the end and start again. So let's start here with some of our cutting pliers. These here are end nipping pliers. So obviously when we use them, we just nip things right off. These are also extremely handy for grabbing a nail that is sticking out, rocking, and not damaging the wood. Also, if you grab a nail, rock on a sacrificial piece of wood, doesn't damage your project. Side cutters. These are meant for wire. They are not meant for cutting sheet metal. Even if they are extremely long, these are for larger gauges of wire. These are not meant for cable. These, however, these are meant for cable. These are cable cutters. They are heavy duty. They have big long handles. So just so you get an idea of scale, here's my hand. These are big, beefy, heavy duty for cable. If you try and cut cable with these or these little babies right here, you'll damage them. These also have nice little springs to bounce it back for you. These are slip joints. The advantage of slip joints is you open them up and you can get a grip on a bigger item. Put them back together, and they are good for smaller items. They also have a wire cutter right in this little spot here. Also, if you have not got the right wrench, these are meant to grip a nut, and they have a serrated jaw on them. Very excellent for gripping. The other slip joints are multi-set slip joints. I think I'm going to stop here. My battery is dying. I'm going to just get a fresh battery. Okay, so as I was saying, these are slip joints. Very handy. Just like that, gives you a wider thing to grip, wider. Not a large plier, and you can get a very large grip on things. Some people refer to them as water pumps, and they will have a small groove cut into the end of these. None of mine have this, but they'll have a small groove cut in here to grab spring clips for water lines, hence the name water pumps. Lineman's pliers. named for the job they do for the person that uses them, a lineman. You get a good pair of these. You don't buy a junky pair. You get one good pair. These are an old Stanley Challenger. So I've had these since I was just out of high school. And I don't use these for a living, but when I bought them, they were the same quality as people who were using them for a living. In here, if I had light behind here, you would see there's no light in this gap because they're just a high quality, high tempered steel. When you go twist them sideways like this, there's no flex at all. These are a solid pair of pliers. If you do any amount of handiwork around the house, you want to get a good pair of these. Don't be afraid to pay 30 or 40 bucks for one good pair. If you want to have other cheap ones to throw in the junk box for the tractor or whatever, or for out in the shed or the camper, fine. But have a good set of these, because to have a dependable set of these, it's priceless. They are just wonderful to have. And then we have smaller ones, smaller fixed jaws. These are bent nose, needle nose. These are miniature duckbills, which leads me right into regular duckbills. Not many people have these in their toolbox, but they should. This is a cross between a needle nose plier and a lineman's plier. They do not have a wire cutter on them. Their strength is being able to grip something and you being able to put you can put some force on these and twist on these, and just a hand. Once you have these, you won't want to get rid of them. Same thing again. If you do want to buy them, you want to buy a decent pair, as with most tools, I think. I can't tell you how many things my wife has fished out of the drain with these. These I bought at Princess Auto. It's Canada's version of Harbor Freight. They're good enough for what we use them for. We use them for fishing things or for grabbing things. They're not a heavy duty plier. When I grab them like this, you can see here, I've got a little bit of flex back and forth, and that's okay. They're not meant to be torqued or twisted or reefed on. They do have a nice profile for getting into things and leveraging, but they're not super strong. Their biggest use in everyday life is, like I said, fishing things out of the carburetor when you don't want to stick your finger in there, things like that. A small set. Now these happen to be, let's see, I'm pretty sure these are all snap-on, and I bought them when I was turning wrenches for a living. These are very small needle nose pliers, small end nippers, and small duckbills. Just, if you're going to do any fine work, you can buy cheap ones and they'll do the job. Or if you're going to do a lot of fine work, just buck up the few bucks.